Good Saturday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Carthage, the site of this non-district high school baseball matchup between the visiting Upperman Bees and the hosting Smith County Owls. I'm Noah McKay on the call here in the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network, joining the press box by my friend Jacob Vincent. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Nick's Restaurant, and we welcome you into the Crouch Team with Highlands Lake Real Estate pregame show. Moments away from first pitch, live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Let's get right into it with the Swallows Insurance starting lineups on the mound. Up for the Smith County Owls is number 2, Dallas Smith, and he will face an Upperman lineup that bats 1 through 9 like this. Leading things off is the shortstop, Caden Shanks, followed up by the center fielder, Justin Fallon. Batting third is the first baseman, Alec Wilson. Batting fourth is the third baseman, Chris Worsing. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Juju Yano. Batting sixth is the catcher, rookie Allison. Batting seventh for the Bees is the designated hitter, Carson Shoup. Batting eighth is the right fielder, Carson Holroyd. And rounding out the lineup is the left fielder, Evan Huddleston. Wyatt Curtis is the pitcher for the Bees. He's being hit for by Carson Shoup. And Jacob, these are two teams, maybe the top 2 teams in the Upper Cumberland. And you say maybe about a week ago you'd say that without a doubt. But both these teams on losing skids. Upperman, losers of 4 straight. Smith County, losers of 3 straight. Upperman, they faced a very tough 4-game slate down there in Alabama. And then last night against maybe the best team in this state in the Baylor Raiders. Smith County coming off a district sweep against Watertown and then losing yesterday to Stowe Memorial. Something's got to give as these two winning programs try to get back to winning baseball today.
Yeah, Smith County falling to a good Watertown team 4-0 and 10-0 in their 2 district games earlier this week. Falling to Stowe Memorial on the road yesterday, 2-1. Really good outing from Bisbee on the mound for the Panthers in that one. But for the Bees, you mentioned it as well, playing some really good teams in the stretch of 4 games in a row that they have lost. 3 in Alabama, 1 against Baylor yesterday. Something's got to give against 2 of these good teams in the Upper Cumberland today.
Here comes the bona fide Mr. Baseball candidate, Caden Shanks, to step in. These two teams separated by a classification. Smith County 2A, Upperman 3A, both with state tournament aspirations. As the first pitch in is a fastball that misses up from Dallas Smith, and they're going with a little bit of the slower velocity today. We wondered what Smith County would do when it comes to the pitchers. Upperman struggle with a little bit of slower velocity. Smith going to be in the 70s, throw a lot of curveballs as that one's in there for a strike to make it 1-1. They're trying to do what we've seen teams do to Upperman, try to keep them off balance with these big bats that's led off by Caden Shanks.
Yeah, and we've seen Smith a couple of times already this season, just 3 appearances so far, not too many innings.
He fires that one in that bounces as Caden Shanks, who had a rough day yesterday, as did most of the Bees at the plate. Baylor able to keep him off balance. That team ridiculously loaded. Upperman, they're trying to find a way to get back into the win column before jumping back into 7 AAA play. Smith County wants to do the same and snap their 3-game losing skid. Caden Shanks is ahead in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Let us know in the comment section who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for in this one. I don't have great service up here, so I won't be able to read those comments today, but you can still let us know. As Smith delivers in the 3-1. That one's going to be a cold strike, gets the call on the outside corner. And we run full here early on in this one, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
A little bit better weather today
Absolutely.
than last night. The sun is shining. It's warmer out there on the field.
Here comes the 3-2 payoff pitch. Misses upstairs, ball 4, and Caden Shanks with a ton of speed heads over to first. And they'll bring up Justin Fallon. Fallon batting .360 on the campaign, 2 home runs, 14 runs batted in. And this is a day, the wind is kind of swirling. It's been blowing in towards us at times. Now it's blowing right to left. Not a huge ballpark here. 285 to the right field flagpole, 300 to the left field, and 350 to dead center. So these could see some fireworks today, depending on how that wind continues to blow. Smith has to go out of the stretch and misses for a ball. Upperman being patient at the plate early. It's 1-0.
Yeah, the 15-foot fence in that right field line. Obviously, the softball field right beneath the hill over the right field fence. So they put the taller fence over there.
Caden Shanks takes his lead over there at first base. Smith shuffles and delivers home. Fallon with a cut, fouls it back. And the count goes even up at 1. In the field, Smith County in this game. Catching the balls and strikes is Ty Martin. Evan King gets the start at first base. Over at second, it's TJ Testa. At third base, it's Jacob Lapham. And at shortstop is Riley Martin. We'll tell you about the outfield after this pitch coming in here from Dallas Smith. Check over towards Shanks 3 times. Shanks fakes like he's going to go as this one's fouled off again, and now Smith goes ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Justin Fallon. He's going to be a D1 baseball player. We just don't know where yet. This game has a few of those types of players. Shanks on the year, he's 6 for 8 trying to steal bags. Those 2 times he got caught was against some of those top teams really in the entire country, certainly in the Southeast. Upperman has said, you want some, come get some, and it's led to an 8-7 overall record, but they're trying to prepare themselves. Throw over, Shanks back in plenty of time. Out in left field today for the Owls, it's Wyatt Claywell. In right, it's Bennett Gammon. And the center fielder is Kylan Johnson.
Yeah, and Ty Martin behind the plate, obviously good arm as well. Riley Martin at shortstop, so they're going to have a pretty good connection on the throws down to second.
Fallon awaits as Smith delivers the 1-2. Runner takes off. That one misses for a ball. The throw is offline, and it went off the helmet of Shanks as he slid in there. So that will stop the play and be a dead ball, and Shanks a little bit shaken up. Coach Shanks jogs out to go out and check on his superstar shortstop and pitcher.
Got him in the neck almost.
Yeah, it came up in that
ear
helmet
hole
area, and he's feeling it. Yeah, you wonder if it slid in somewhere. He took a foul ball off the leg yesterday and was a bit shaken up. Who says baseball isn't a contact sport? That's going to be a domino stolen base, though, for Caden Shanks. He dives in as it's a 2-2 count to Justin Fallon.
We mentioned Ty Martin. He's gonna have a pretty good arm, just wasn't quite on line. A little bit up the line towards that first base side.
Yeah, Shanks is wishing he didn't have as hard of a throwing arm as he has. That's the 7th stolen base of the season for Caden Shanks. And now Smith turns his attention back towards the batter's box for Justin Fallon. That pitch misses a little bit high. And for the second time, we run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Alec Wilson on deck. Upperman just 3 hits a day ago against Baylor. They have a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the first. Hard-fought game for Smith County yesterday following to Stone Memorial. Check back. Smith delivers into Fallon. He sends this one on a ride in the left field, ranging back forward, and that's going to get down into the fence. This will score a run. It'll be a South Willow Auto Clinic RBI double for Justin Fallon as Upperman strikes first. He got a hold of that one, sent it into the gap.
Now, it was a really good piece of hitting, working the full count, put it on a ride out towards the left center gap. No chance for the outfielders to get there. And a good start for the Bees, who struggled offensively yesterday against a good Baylor starting lineup on the mound.
And that would be a welcome change for Upperman. They've been down in a lot of these games here recently, early on. Smith County trying to limit the damage as now Alec Wilson stands in, the junior first baseman. He's batting .295 on the campaign, been kind of hovering that 300 line up and down. First pitch in from Smith. Big swing and a miss on that one. Comes up empty-handed, 0-1. Hope to be kicking off your sports day here.
A lot of sports
and then
going on today.
The Final Four. The Rock is wrestling tonight at WrestleMania. As the pitch comes in, that one bounces, blocked by Martin behind the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike here, and for Smith, he's trying to find the zone. He's up to 15 pitches, only 7 of them have been strikes.
You can kind of see it when he's coming with that curveball. It kind of looks different out of the hand. It looks like he's got the fingers on top of the ball a little bit more.
I'll check back a couple of times. Fallon's got lots of speed out there. That pitch misses low, and Upperman being very patient at the plate. They're ahead again, 2-1 to Wilson. Chris Worsing back after missing yesterday's game. They missed him at the plate.
Yeah, they did.
He's one of the best hitters on the team as a freshman. He was sick. Good to see he's back here. Pitch coming in from Smith to Wilson, and that is a generous call for a strike, 2-2. We got a good view of the plate today.
That's great today. Bird's eye.
That one came firing down that other batter's box line. A welcome change for Dallas Smith. He needs some of those right now as he tries to battle back into this inning, looking for the first out of the game. Check back. Here comes the 2-2. That one, again, a good block by Martin. It bounces in, and the 3rd straight hitter to get to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Alec Wilson.
Yeah, Martin, I think he took that just straight off the right forearm, bouncing over in that other batter's box. It was a good job by him to stay in front of it and keep Fallon there at second base. And for the Bees, much different approach from their game yesterday where they had to be aggressive just because they had been in the zone.
Here comes the 3-2 payoff pitch again. It bounces in. Another walk, the 2nd of the inning issued. And Upperman in business. Runners at first and second with nobody out. And Ty Martin going to go out and have a word with his pitcher, Dallas Smith, as Chris Worsing. He's at a 390 clip on the campaign. 5 runs batted in. He's worked 4 walks. He's also been hit by 3 pitches. He has 3 doubles to go along with it. And after missing yesterday, Chris Worsing back in looking to do some damage with runners at first and second and nobody out.
Goose has made it out here as well. He had a little bit of traffic he had to deal with.
You can hear greatness walking in.
Yeah.
Michael Lindsay hits the ballpark. I think there's potential maybe for some highlight video.
That's what
from
he
this
says.
one. Going to make sure we have some good calls for him to use.
I guess so.
Pitch comes into Worsing. That one misses low and outside. And right now, Dallas Smith is really struggling to find the zone, and Upperman's making him throw strikes.
Smith County's in a tough spot. They do have people warming up in the bullpen, but they also have, obviously, their district games coming up Monday and Tuesday, so they want to save their top arms for those.
as this one is going to be flared out by Wersing towards center field. Kylan Johnson, plenty of speed, and he's able to make the catch. Johnson, the multi-sport athlete, tremendous football player. He ranges over to his left to make the play, and that's a big one. It's still just 1-0 for Smith County, so they're trying to get out of trouble here as Wersing flies out. Juju Yano will stride in. He's had a knack for big hits in his career. His batting average is up now to .341. And that's something that is interesting from talking to Coach Shanks and looking at the stats. Upperman, they're in this 4-game losing streak. They feel like they've played pretty well in those 4 games, made a few mistakes, and against the kind of teams they've played, that'll cost you. But that team average is really tricking up in the past few days.
Yeah, it hadn't really been the average, hadn't really been the runs that they haven't been able to get. It's been stopping the runs on the other side. Obviously, we saw some of the base running mistakes yesterday, 2 of them that kind of ran them out of the inning. But then it's been, they're taking on some really good lineups on the other side. That's been the main thing.
You know, all their losses have come to teams out of the 3A classification in private schools as this one's rolled over. Could be double play potentially. Riley Martin going to take the only throw over to first. A good dig over there at first base to record the out by Evan King. And that's a big second out now as rookie Allison will stride in with 2 in scoring position, and Dallas Smith trying to settle in on the bump and get out of here only letting 1 run come across.
Yeah, you said it, 1-0, and I was just going to say first and second, you hit a ground ball, you at least get 1 out, so now you got the 2 outs, still second and third. Really good opportunity for rookie Allison, but for Smith, you get this out, you feel okay about the first inning.
Rookie Allison betting .275 on the campaign. He's got 3 RBIs, wants to add 2 more as the first pitch bounces in, and again, Martin calls time, and not sure if
maybe a little mix-up.
Yeah, it could be a mix-up. He wasn't expecting that pitch, so he's going to go out and have a word with Smith. It's quick. Umpire will dust off home plate. Runners at second and third with 2 outs here. We're in the top of the first inning in Carthage. A beautiful Saturday afternoon for high school baseball, 55 degrees and sunny. The only cold places here in the press box is the wind kind of blew in towards us, but the wind has died down right now.
Yeah, finally died down.
It is a nice day. Beautiful new press box here in Carthage. As that pitch misses low. 2 balls, no strikes to Allison. You do have the empty base over there. Carson Shoup, he's been a bit cold at the plate. He's in the on-deck circle. Rookie Allison can really do some damage. Shoup's average down to 184, so a walk maybe not the worst thing in the world if you're Dallas Smith. As he delivers in. That one misses low, and 3 balls, no strikes.
All the misses have been low right now for Smith. It just hadn't been able to find the zone. A lot of them in the dirt. A lot of them just kind of hitting the dirt right as soon as it hits the catcher's mitt as well.
Got a tall mound here in Carthage. You can see it. Angles up. It's a high one. As the 3-0 to Allison. That one able to find the corner. 3 balls, 1 strike now. He's not just going to surrender the walk. Wants to battle in here. Smith looking to rally back after a rough start, which saw a walk, double, and a walk. Upperman trying to cash in. Here comes the 3-1 home to rookie Allison. He swings at this one. Could be caught. Riley Martin is under it. Calls off his teammates, and he makes the catch. And a good job by Dallas Smith. After a rough start to rally back, he strands 2 in scoring position. And Wyatt Curtis will take the ball for the Bees when we come back. You're watching high school baseball presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Upperman leads 1-0, but it could have been worse if you're an Owls fan. They had 2 on with nobody out, and they were able to rally back in and limit the damage to just 1 run. The ETSU signee, Wyatt Curtis, on the bump for Upperman, and he will face a Smith County Owls lineup that will bat 1 through 9 like this. Leading things off is the right fielder, Bennett Gammon. Batting second is the right fielder, Wyatt Claywell. Left fielder, rather. Batting third is the first baseman, Evan King. Batting fourth, the catcher, Ty Martin. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Weston Vance. Batting sixth is the shortstop, Riley Martin. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Kylan Johnson. Batting eighth, the second baseman, TJ Testa. And batting ninth is the third baseman, Jacob Lapham. Not batting today is the pitcher, Dallas Smith. He's being hit for by Vance. And as we mentioned, the ETSU signee, Wyatt Curtis, to the bump here for Upperman, the lefty. And he has kind of assumed the Braden Williams role of having stats that don't necessarily indicate how well he's played recently. His ERA is up to 8.27 on the campaign, actually down to that. He's appeared in 6 games. This is his third start. He has 1 save and 11 innings pitched. He's had 14 hits, 15 runs, 13 of them earned, 21 strikeouts to 9 walks. Those numbers got blown up by Blessed Trinity in one of the first games of the season for Upperman. Since then, Wyatt Curtis, he's been really good. Pitched well against Sparta, pitched really well against Prattville and Alabama, keeping a deficit right where it is, and they're looking for a good outing of who they hope to be their number 2 pitcher in the rotation.
Yeah, we've seen the flashes of it, and especially in the last couple of matchups. It was really just that Blessed Trinity game that it kind of got away from him a little bit, and that's against a really good lineup as well.
One of the best hitters in the Upper Cumberland, Bennett Gammon, first pitch swinging. Long way for Yano to go, and he makes the throw, but not before Gammon legs it out for an infield single. Ambushes the first pitch that he sees. Bennett Gammon jumps up in the leadoff spot, and it pays off as they have a base runner with nobody out.
Yeah, a little bit of a change in the Smith County lineup. We saw him last week against Livingston Academy. Kylan Johnson was in that leadoff spot. He jumps down to the 7th spot, maybe trying to get some hits going down there in the bottom of the order. And then Bennett Gammon, who gets on base a lot, is now thrust into that leadoff spot.
First pitch bounces in there, 84 miles an hour, and Curtis, he can rev it up there into the upper 80s. He can get into the low 90s in the summer. Claywell, batting .297 on the campaign. He's got a runner at first as Curtis delivers in a fastball. That one waved at and missed for strike 1. Gammon over at first base. You've got rookie Allison behind the dish for Upperman. He's got a laser. As this one is ripped up, Taylor Mate. Shanks flips over to Yano for 1. Throw to first is in time. The 6-4-3 double play gets the first 2 outs of the game for Upperman defensively.
Yeah, it's a really good flip from Shanks. He fields it cleanly. Good flip to Yano at second base, who was ready for it, and a nice throw on to first as well, and a couple of speedy batters to lead things off here for Smith County as well. But this lineup for Smith County, they can do some damage all the way through. But a good start for Curtis on the mound with the 2 outs.
Evan King batting .474 on the campaign with a .535 on base percentage. Steps in here. First pitch from Curtis bounces in. 89 miles an hour on the gun. Ball 1 in the field. Upperman behind the dish is rookie Allison, the first baseman, Alec Wilson. As Curtis delivers in, this one's flared up into the shallow infield. This could be a tough play. It bounces away from Yano, and it's going to be another infield single. Evan King, he finds ways to get on. That thing was just kind of flared out there, and nothing that the Upperman infield could do. The only way to get it is if Wyatt Curtis read it correctly. He did not, and now Ty Martin will stride in.
I'm still not even sure where that hit the bat. It may have come off the end of it or in on the hands, but it had a ton of spin on it. A lot of backspin as it popped up in the air and then spun away from Yano, essentially making it so he couldn't make a play on it.
Second infield single of the inning for Smith County. Curtis back out of the stretch, delivers in the first pitch. This one is ripped over, and you can see aggressiveness at the plate for the Owls in this half inning.
Well, it's a team that only had 3 hits yesterday against Stone Memorial, so they feel like there's some hits out there for them to get, especially here hitting in their own park, and it looks like they may be out of baseballs. They got to run down and get them.
The batting lineup, the batting averages on this team are ridiculous. For Ty Martin, he's up to .424 on the campaign, and also over .500 on base percentage. Those numbers have ticked down a little bit this week, though. A big undefeated start. They got to 9-0, now down to 9-3 after being swept by Watertown and losing that game yesterday to Stone Memorial. Curtis fires the 0-1. That one misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 86 on the radar gun there.
Team late 15 runs driven in. We saw one against Livingston Academy, but again, hasn't had any in these 3 games since against Watertown, and they've only scored 1 run in their last 3 games.
Curtis, 3 checks over towards first, now delivers in a fastball. This one weakly rolled again. Yano on an awkward hop, tried to flip it to second, instead throws to first, and he got him in time. That was very close. Maybe a generous call to the road team, but that will retire the side. We'll head to the top of the second, and I'll tell you about where Upperman is in the field in the bottom half when we come back. Coverage is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you can access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. 7-8-9 due up for the Bees in this half inning. That was an interesting first as a couple of infield singles, a lot of weak contact against Wyatt Curtis for Smith County, and then a bang-bang play. Really a bang-bang play at first to end the inning, but Upperman leads 1-0 as we head to the second.
The good thing for Wyatt Curtis, he's in and around the zone, something he struggled with at times this season. Smith County has been aggressive trying to go up against it, and when his stuff is on, he's really, really good. But now for Dallas Smith, you feel like you might have some confidence after that first inning, especially the way that it started with the Bees at the plate, able to plate one run, didn't have any outs, then you were able to kind of grind it out, only allow the one run across and get to the second inning here, so he might be throwing a little bit better in the second.
Live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Again, I don't have great service, so I can't get it pulled up, the comments, but you can comment along with us.
Rusty was cheering you on, but not me.
Smart man, as this one misses upstairs to Carson Shoup. He's looking to get it rolling at the plate as the average has dipped down below 200 so far, but he does have 11 runs batted in as he kind of kept him afloat as this one's flared over. There's the third baseman. He fields it cleanly, loads up, throw to first is high, but a good job to come back down on the bag by Evan King as the throw from Lapham brought him up and on top of the bag, but there's a big out to open up the second inning.
Yeah, Evan King, a big target over there at first base. Something you would know about, having a big first baseman. That helps having him over there and able to get the high throw down in time.
Carson Holroyd steps in. This is a big inning for Dallas Smith as he tries to go 1-2-3 and avoid seeing Caden Shanks for a second time. First pitch to Holroyd, bounces about a foot and a half in front of home plate, 1-0.
That's been about his only miss right now. Hasn't really missed outside or inside. He's missed high a couple of times, and he's missed low a lot.
2 walks in the first inning, but a good job to rally back. It looked like it could have been a big number on the scoreboard as Holroyd comes up empty on the big hack. 1-1. It was a walk, RBI double, and a walk to open up the game. And then he rallied back for a fly-out, ground-out, and a fly-out to get out of the inning. Here comes the 1-1. Out one. Did it hit him? It did. Hit Carson Holroyd, so he will take first, and Evan Huddleston will stride in, looking to move him along. The 9-hole hitter, Huddleston, batting .267 on the campaign. He's got 4 runs batted in. And on deck is the top of the order with Caden Shanks. Holroyd takes a healthy lead over there at first. Right-handed pitcher Smith checking over a couple of times. Maybe some small ball here for Upperman. We'll have to wait and see. Yes, indeed. Huddleston shows bunt, pops it up, foul. 0-1. Lots of speed for Evan Huddleston there in the batter's box. I saw him leg out an infield hit yesterday against Baylor, one of the 3 hits in the game for Upperman.
Yeah, Allen was throwing really well yesterday.
Yeah, the Baylor team is loaded. Holroyd takes another healthy lead over there at first. See if Huddleston drops the bat down one more time. Not yet because the throw over. He dives in plenty of time. Upperman with the gold jerseys today. Smith County with the black and white pinstripes. 0-1 to Huddleston. He's going to swing away. That's a good pitch. Fastball there for a strike. And Smith looking for a big second out here. Goes ahead 0-2.
Yeah, I mentioned it. He's kind of settled in just a little bit. He's been out of the zone at times. A lot of those misses just low. He's just had to bring it up.
33 pitches so far, 16 strikes. So 16 strikes to 17 balls. 0-2 coming in. This one swung on and missed. Strike 3. A big Birdie's Lounge strikeout there on the bump. And Dallas Smith has the second out. And it'll bring up Caden Shanks. He walked, stole a base, came around to score back in the first. He stands in here for attempt number 2.
Yeah, and if you'll remember on the stolen base, he kind of took that shot to the ear hole in between the neck and the shoulder. And obviously he was able to shake that off with the double play in the bottom of the inning.
Winner takes his lead over at first. Holroyd. Pitch into Shanks, misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Shanks, the Lipscomb signee, D1 player, one of the two seniors. Him and Wyatt Curtis both going to play at the next level in Division I. Throw over. There's a few more who will be making their commitments for this Upperman team, mainly the young man in this on-deck area right now, Justin Fallon. I imagine that's coming some point soon. Probably some NAIA guys if they want to go play at the next level as well through that lineup. The 1-0 to Shanks. That one misses outside. 2-0. And you don't want to make a mistake here to Caden Shanks, especially in this ballpark. The wind is blowing a little bit right to left, but Shanks 285 over that 15-foot right field fence. That is power alley for him. That pitch bounces in, and Holroyd takes off. He was going anyway as that one bounces in. So Carson Holroyd heads over to second on the Domino's stolen base.
Yeah, and the wind, it's not a terribly strong wind, more of a breeze kind of going from right to left. You can see the flag out there in dead center field just kind of blowing in from right field. So if he's able to muscle one, he could get one out.
3 balls, no strikes here to Caden Shanks. Smith delivers in. That one's right down Main Street. He was taking the whole time, 3-1.
Isn't that funny? Sometimes you just have to get to that 3-0. It settles yourself in a little bit, give yourself a little bit of pressure.
You don't have a lot of options at 3-0. You got to throw a strike.
Got to get it over.
Fallon awaits on deck. Smith trying to get out of the inning. The 3-1. This is a big hack and a foul, and Dallas Smith has battled back from 3-0 to run it full.
Again, if you get it full count, 2 outs, the runner on second base, try to strand him there. It'd be a good couple of first innings here against him.
Effectively wild stuff. 40 pitches, only half of them have been strikes, keeping him off balance a little bit. Holroyd out at second. Would love to come around. Shanks trying to battle. Smith trying to get out of the inning. Couple of checks, delivers home. This one is swung on and sent way up into the air in right field. It is playable. Under it in right, glove up. The catch is made, no problem for Bennett Gammon, and that will retire the side. Upperman leaves another runner stranded in scoring position. We'll come back in the bottom half as Smith County looks to tie it up. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this gorgeous home on Cross Point Drive. Boasting 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with nearly 2,000 square feet, this home in the Prescott School District in Cookeville could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Wyatt Curtis back on the bump. He pitched well in the first inning despite the 2 hits given up. That doesn't tell the whole story. 9 pitches, 6 of them strikes. That's been the key for him. If he's not wild, he's got maybe the best stuff in the entire Upper Cumberland.
Well, the 2 hits weren't really solid contact hits. They were ground balls. They were infield singles that just kind of spun the wrong way away from the defenders and into no man's land. And so he hasn't given up solid contact yet. This is a Smith County lineup that they can get it going.
No doubt.
And we'll see what they can do. But Curtis, he's looked pretty good, at least through those first 9 pitches, like you mentioned.
Weston Vance, Riley Martin, Kylan Johnson due up in this half inning for the Owls. They trailed just 1-0. A good job by Dallas Smith to work out of trouble in both the first and second innings. 3 Bs have been left on the base paths. The Owls looking to answer back here on a Saturday afternoon in Carthage. First pitch of the inning is a cold strike at the knees, 0-1.
And you mentioned it, both these teams on losing streaks right now. 3-game losing streak for Smith County, 4-game losing streak for Upperman.
Curtis working quickly here. That one misses outside for a ball. He's been all around the 80s. 84 up to 88, 89, bouncing around.
Kind of saw that with Justin Fallon yesterday as well.
Yesterday, Upperman rotated through the pitchers, trying to keep Baylor off balance. Largely worked for the most part, as this one's waved at and missed for a strike. And Weston Vance, the designated hitter, trying to become a base runner here and set the table for Riley Martin behind him, the very impressive multi-sport freshman. Here comes the 1-2. That one waved at and missed. A Birdie's Lounge strikeout on the 87-mile-per-hour fastball. The first punch-out of the game for Wyatt Curtis.
Yeah, this is really good to see for Wyatt Curtis because, like you said, he's trying to work his way into that top 2 right now. You've got Kane Shanks. You've got Juju Yano. They're trying to really find that solidified second pitcher.
And before the season started, Wes Shanks said, hey, I got 5 number 2s and maybe 5 number 1s.
Somebody's got to step up.
They do have Caden Shanks kind of leading their rotation, but Wyatt Curtis, outside of that first couple of appearances. He's been good recently as this one's flared out by Riley Martin for a strike 0-1. It's never been a stuff question with that big senior on the mound. It's always been a trying to stay engaged out there when things go wrong. Can you continue to battle in? And he's working on it as the 0-1 comes in. The Owls trying to put that to the test and make some things go wrong. Fastball waved down and missed, and right now they're a little bit off balance. And we haven't seen a lot of the breaking stuff yet. It's been all fastballs for Wyatt Curtis.
Yeah, his fastball's been really good.
And he quickly goes back to work. What will he bring with the 0-2? And he gets him again, chasing the high cheese. And back-to-back Birdie's Lounge strikeouts for Wyatt Curtis. He's throwing with some confidence. Kylan Johnson will try to change that. Speed for days for Johnson as he strides into the batter's box.
Yeah, the normal leadoff batter kind of moving down to the 7th spot. So if he's able to put the bat on the ball, it's going to be tough to get him out at first base no matter where it goes.
We've seen effectively wild for Smith on the mound for Smith County right now, right down all over the zone is Wyatt Curtis. 16 pitches, 12 of them have been strikes. As there's your announcer jinx for the day. Bounces in for a ball, 1-0.
Kind of been working the outside part of the plate a little bit. Been going kind of with that high fastball as well, trying to get those swinging strikes. And the Smith County team has been aggressive early on.
That pitch, check swing, did not offer at it. And Johnson goes ahead and the count 2-0. We've seen Smith County be very aggressive in the batter's box. Johnson waiting now, seeing 2 pitches go by for balls. That one swung on and missed, revved up the fastball again, and he is just pounding the fastball over and over and over again.
His fastball is really tough on the outside part of the plate to righties as well because it tails away. He's got a really good two-seam that he can throw out there.
The 2-1. That one misses inside. Johnson goes ahead, and he goes on the base paths. He's a danger to move around quickly. Just down 1 run. Smith County trying to put some pressure on here. TJ Testa is in the on-deck area. It's really an on-deck square today, the turf mat. 3-1. That one's right there for a strike. We run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. First Smith County Owl to get to a full count. Curtis takes a sigh, delivers on the payoff pitch, swung on and missed. He strikes out the side with 3 Birdie's Lounge strikeouts. The ETSU signee throwing fastball after fastball. We'll head to the 3rd. It's 1-0 Upperman. Coverage is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student-athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Justin Fallon, Alec Wilson, Chris Worsing. 2-3-4, 2 up for the Bees as we head to the 3rd. Dallas Smith, effectively wild so far. 41 pitches, 21 of them in strikes. Got into trouble early, but since then, he's been good on the mound, Jacob Vincent.
Yeah, got in trouble at the start of the ball game. Kane Shanks was able to get aboard, and then Fallon was able to send one out to the outfield to trade places with him at second base and bring in that first run of the game. And it seemed like the Bees were going to start to get on that little bit of a run that they have kind of been looking for some time. But ever since then, he's kind of settled in. He's walked a couple of batters, but he's been able to pitch around. He's gotten a couple of strikeouts in there. And like you said, effectively wild, kind of keeping these Bees batters off balance.
Justin Fallon ripped a double into the left center field gap, and was an RBI for him. He stands in here for attempt number 2. Dallas Smith, big leg kick, fires in a good first pitch for strike 1. And a throwback got over his head. Keep those comments rolling in here. Grace watching from Virginia Beach. Cheer Nationals this weekend. Lisa's watching from Florida. Of course, Justin Fallon's grandmother's tuning in. As this one is swung on and fouled back. He goes behind 0-2. I am stunned that Ava Mae Allen is watching, cheering on Justin Fallon. Young love. I asked. She's locked in the whole game, apparently. I didn't know if it was a Spidey sense thing where she just tunes in right when he comes up to plate or what. But no, she's tuned in. The 0-2 to Fallon. Off speed. Got him chasing. And that is a good 3-pitch strikeout from Dallas Smith on the mound. His second Birdie's Lounge punch out of the game.
Yeah, back-to-back off speeds there on those last 2 pitches. Got him swinging at it, and Fallon, he was doing everything he could to try to sit back on it. Just couldn't quite wait for it to get in there.
Alec Wilson walked and was left stranded out at second base in the first inning. Stands in here. Is Smith really building confidence here, keeping it right where it is for now. He's keeping his team in the ball game. First pitch, that one misses inside for a ball, 1-0, and for Smith County, they got a Wyatt Curtis problem on the other side. He just sat him down in order, 3 straight punch-outs. So you know if you're Dallas Smith, 1 run isn't enough to kill you, but you probably need to keep it right around that mark. That pitch misses low, 2-0. Because of how they rotated the pitchers yesterday, Upperman has a fairly full complement that could be available for him in the district series against DeKalb County. As the 2-0, Smith delivers home to Wilson. That one, again, a little bit inside, and Wilson goes ahead. 3 balls, no strikes. Chris Worsing on deck for Upperman. But they would have Caden Shanks, Juju Yano, Chris Worsing, Justin Fallon, all available in either one of those games. As the 3-0 comes home, speaking of pitchers, Alec Wilson would also be available. He's in the batter's box.
Just going to say, you might see him. You might see Worsing today, maybe a little later on, depending on how well Curtis pitches. Been pretty good early on.
You may not see anybody else if he keeps that up. The 3-1 coming in. Breaking ball misses inside ball 4. And for the second time in 3 innings, Alec Wilson has worked a walk. He heads down to first, and Chris Worsing, who flew out to center, Kylan Johnson, shut off the range. He strides in here for attempt number 2.
Yeah, it was a really nice catch by Kylan Johnson. You can see it. He kind of lines up off-centered out there towards left center, just a little bit shading those right-handed batters. Had to work it all the way almost towards Gammon and still able to make catch.
Smith back out of the stretch. First pitch swing for Worsing. He sends it on a ride, but it's going to be foul. And that is probably 20 yards away from being a 2-run home run. Instead, it's 0-1. That was one of those high fastballs. You get your hands around to it.
They go forever, if you can get there.
0-1. Smith kicks and deals. That one bounces, and again, another block. Martin, just a brick wall behind the dish.
Literally.
One ball, 1 strike. 1 out here. Runner at first is Alec Wilson. Worsing's at the plate, and Juju Yano is on deck. Smith delivers in. Worsing again chops this one over towards third base. Throw to second for 1 is in time. Throw to first takes him off the bag. And so he will be safe. Chris Worsing legs it out. Rule that one a fielder's choice. Would have been close for the 5-4-3 double play. Instead, it's the second out, and Juju Yano strides in with Chris Worsing over there at first.
Yeah, it was a pretty good attempt. It was a nice job by King as well. Kind of had to come off. He tried to get that swipe tag on the way through, but a good job by Worsing to leg it out and stay alive in the inning. Try to get something going here with 2 outs.
Yeah, Lapham rather, threw it over to second to get Alec Wilson. First pitch into Yano. Big swing and a foul tip back into the mid of Ty Martin. 0-1.
He was looking out in the new hitting facility out there beyond left center.
And Juju Yano, he is not a home run threat typically, but he was trying to be right there.
Shorter field plays into the mindset a little bit.
This is the 0-1 pitch. This one misses inside, and it
hit
him on the hand. So Yano will head over to first, and rookie Allison will stride in. And Upperman has already left 3 runners on the base path. They've got 2 more out there with 2 outs, trying to cash in here. Dallas Smith, again, sometimes it's been really good, sometimes it's missed, but it's been able to keep him off balance a little bit. He's hoping that comes to fruition once again.
And rookie Allison, again, he's trying to get it going a little bit. He's been hitting pretty well so far this season, the catcher for the Bees, but now 2 batters on, and it seems like they've been in these situations before, just haven't really been able to get it going.
He was in this exact situation back in the first. 2 runners on, both in scoring position. As the first pitch bounces in, Martin again eats it up 1-0, and he flew out to shortstop and popped it up, and then ranging back into shallow left field was Riley Martin. Smith County would love that again. Check back the 1-0 pitch. Got him chasing it. That one foul tipped it. 1-1.
He was way in front of that one too.
Yeah. Rookie Allison, he'll guess pitches. Sometimes those swings get a little bit out of whack if he's not guessing right. But he's typically able to battle back in. The 1-1 coming here from Dallas Smith. He's already thrown 54 pitches here in inning number 3. Delivers into Allison. Again, got him on the off speed. 1-2.
I tell you what, that curveball, when it's on, it's really good. It's tough to sit back on.
Yeah, the fastball's not very fast in the grand scheme of things. You're in the low 70s, then you rip off something in the low 60s, maybe even upper 50s, and it can really slow you down. Big 1-2 pitch coming home again. This one swung on, grounded over to Lapham at third. He fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time, and another 2 runners left stranded on the base pass for Upperman as Dallas Smith keeps it right where it is. We'll head to the bottom half of the third. It's still 1-0. Wyatt Curtis back to the bump when we come back. Coverage is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseychevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye.
I'm looking for someone who can keep me comfortable, stay here for the long run, and definitely not high maintenance. Not right. Absolutely not. This one looks perfect.
Find your perfect match with Hiller. Get a free UV light with select new HVAC systems, 50% off a descaler with new tankless water heaters, or free surge protection with a new whole home generator.
Like that one too.
Smith County trying to solve Wyatt Curtis, who's thrown 22 pitches through 2 innings. He goes back to work here against an 8-9-1. Testa, Lapham, and Gammon do up in this half inning for Smith County. 1-0, still anybody's ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is kind of where they want to find some of their stride offensively for Smith County. Again, only 1 run in their last 3 games. Beat Livingston Academy on Friday here at home last week. Ever since then, played Watertown twice, did not score, and only scored an unearned run yesterday against Stone Memorial. So they're really trying to get the bats going. And this is a Smith County team that's got guys that are batting 400 and plus. 3 or 4 guys of them just haven't really been able to get the power going here in this last week or so.
The schedule is taking a kick up in the last week for Smith County. They had several non-district games against local teams. Facing that Watertown team is probably going to be your number 1 ranked team in the state this week in 2A. You're facing the number 2 ranked team in 3A, and Stone Memorial, another 3A team here today. But it's still a 1-0 ball game, and it's a contrasting styles on the mound. You got the powerful lefty in Wyatt Curtis, and you've got that slower velocity for Dallas Smith, both working in very different ways. DJ Testa going to step in here, the second baseman. Looking to jumpstart something here. It's 3 straight strikeouts for Wyatt Curtis back in that second inning. First pitch, that one misses badly. 1-0.
It's one of the first misses like that we have seen. Yeah, you get them a few times from Curtis on the mound. It's one of those Caden Shanks misses.
He can miss and then fire it back in.
Yep.
And there it is. Fires the fastball by him, 1-1.
Talk about effectively wild.
Yeah, absolutely. Although it's gotten better this year for Shanks. Last year it would be all over the place and then lock in, and that is a challenge fastball fired by 1-1. He's got a nasty breaking ball, and he has not thrown it.
He's got a 4-seam and a 2-seam that's been working really well.
Here comes the 1-2 home. That one, close but no cigar. Maybe a hair up and inside. Evens the count up at 2.
Yeah, and I like that spot, though, especially on 1 and 2. That high and inside pitch, it's tough to lay off of.
Curtis kicks and deals the 2-2. This one fouled off. Good swing there from Test out of the 8-hole, trying to battle in here and put some pressure on. If nothing else, run that pitch count up a little bit, up to 26 now.
I think that's where he's had the most success, that away 2-seam fastball that kind of tails away from the righties.
Kicks and deals another 2-2. And again, another foul ball. Good battle developing here between Wyatt Curtis and TJ Testa.
Yeah, Testa was late on those first couple of pitches. Now he's starting to time them up a little bit. Good battle now. They're just trying to be that tick early to try to catch up to it.
Still haven't had an opportunity to tell you about where Upperman is in the field. I'll tell you after this pitch. Another 2-2. A little double leg kick, and he got him. Changed up the timing. Throw down to first. He brought in that breaking ball for the first time, and it's the 4th straight Birdie's Lounge strikeout for Wyatt Curtis. In the field, Upperman, as I mentioned, behind the dish is Rookie Allison. Over at first, Alec Wilson. At second, it's Juju Yano. Third is Chris Worsing. The shortstop is Caden Shanks. On in left field is Evan Huddleston. The right fielder is Carson Holroyd. And the center fielder is Justin Fallon. Jacob Lapham going to stand in here trying to solve Wyatt Curtis. And he's the only pitcher that I know of, as the fastball is in there for a strike, that can mix up that double leg kick and still throw a good pitch. He started to time him up, as you said, and then he threw that double kick in and got the punch out. 0-1.
It's impressive, especially whenever you look at MLB pitchers. Bronson Arroyo, he would used to change everything. Johnny Cueto would do the same thing, and it just throws off the batter's timing.
And another Birdie's Lounge strikeout. 5 straight punch-outs for Wyatt Curtis. The lineup flips over, though, to one of the best hitters in the Upper Cumberland. Bennett Gammon going to stride in here. He opened the day, swinging at the first pitch he saw for an infield single. And he's going to try to turn the tide. And it's games and moments like this where you go, oh, yeah, that's what ETSU fell in love with out there on the mound in Wyatt Curtis.
And just sits them down one by one.
That was a 3-pitch dominant strikeout. Now another one right there for a strike. 0-1. 32 pitches, 23 strikes so far. Gammon awaits. Hits that double leg kick again. This time the fastball misses inside.
Just brush him back a little bit.
1-1. Gammon takes a deep breath, now stands back in there. He's in the back of that batter's box. Respecting the velocity as the 1-1. This one's foul tipped, and Curtis goes ahead 1-2. And now you got to block it out of your mind if you're Gammon at the mound, because this is a guy who struck out 5 straight.
Mm-hmm. He's got 3 pitches he can go with, too.
Yeah, we've seen the one breaking ball in this inning. Here comes the 1-2. And they brought the breaking ball again. This one sit on a ride into right field. Justin Fallon, though, with plenty of time, gets under it to make the catch and retire this side. Wyatt Curtis, dominant through 3 innings on the mound, but it's still just 1-0. Dallas Smith will try to keep it right there as he returns to the bump. When we come back, we'll also have trivia when we come back. Coverage presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do.
Welcome back. The battle of contrasting styles on the mound. Both are working, though, as Upperman's been held to 1 run. Smith County scoreless so far. Dallas Smith back in, and he'll face 8-9-1 through this Upperman lineup. Carson Shoup, Carson Holroyd, and Evan Huddleston due up in this half. It's going to be trivia time in a moment. These pitchers are working so fast, and that one bounces in. We'll do it in between batters here. Trivia with Jacob Vincent. Get ready. I missed yesterday. It's the first one that I missed of the year. So
this one's tough.
Oh, great. Here comes the 1-0. That one misses up and into Shoup, who grounded out to third back in his first AB. Dallas Smith, he's up to 58 pitches now. 33 strikes, 25 balls. And that one, he will tip his cap and get that strike call. 2-1.
It's going both sides, though. It's been consistent.
It's that outside.
Yeah. Outside to righties.
I know who his mentor is. Here comes the 2-1. That same spot, that one was a little bit closer, 2-2.
That's the thing, especially when they're set up out there, too. You're trying to hit that outside spot. You're going to get a little bit of leeway.
The 2-2 pitch coming home to Carson Shoup. He swings at this one again, rips it over to third. Good job to flash the leather and the throw over in time. Lapham with the play. And that records the first out of the inning. Trivia time, quickly, with Jacob Vincent.
What rookie pitcher hit a home run in his very first at-bat? Hoyt Wilhelm, Grover Alexander, Chief Bender, or Mordecai Brown?
Oh, whatever.
No,
whatever.
Struggling over there.
Whatever.
What rookie pitcher hit a home run in his very first at-bat? Hoyt Wilhelm, Grover Alexander, Chief Bender, or Mordecai Brown? A hint, he was a Hall of Famer.
Going back to the dead ball era is the first pitch. Again, misses inside to Holroyd. He's already been hit by one pitch. He just gets out of the way of that one.
Only 1952.
Only. Goodness gracious, it's 2024. 1-0 pitch coming home here to Holroyd. Got the strike call, 1-1. Pitcher's best friend right now. Zone expanding a little bit there. You can pound that outside corner. Here comes the 1-1. That one waved at and missed. Good fastball. One of the best ones of the game so far for Smith. 1-2. He's pitching well. He's giving his team a chance.
I was going to say, he's done a really good job. He struggled in that first inning, struggled in the second inning a little bit, trying to find the zone. Was in the dirt a lot.
1-2, and he got him on the breaking ball. Strike 3, a Birdie's Lounge strikeout. Third of the game for Dallas Smith. Evan Huddleston trying to turn the lineup over. Will stride in here in the top of the fourth.
And we've seen this. This is kind of what Upperman struggles with at the plate a lot, is that slower velocity. He mixes it well with the curveball, so it's even slower on the curveball.
We have 3 combined hits in this game through 3 and plus innings. First pitch, that one nearly clipped the arm of Huddleston, who didn't try to get out of the way of it. He just stood there and watched it come inside 1-0.
If he at least turns, he might actually get a base there.
Smith with a 1-0 coming in. That one, he got him chasing the high cheese, and he's frustrated with himself on that one. Swung at ball 2. Instead, it's 1-1, and Smith back in it.
Yeah, that was the same spot. Just raise the eye level a little bit. Looks really good.
Here comes the 1-1 home from Smith. That one too far upstairs. 2-1. Caden Shanks on deck here for Upperman, who's trying to add some insurance for their starter who's been dominant on the bump so far. Here comes the 2-1. Misses inside, ball 3, and that's where that chase comes into play. Would have been ball 4. Instead, it's 3-1. Smith still got a chance to record this out.
He's been pretty good when he's gotten to these 3-ball counts. Hasn't walked too many, maybe 2 or 3, I think, on the day.
Yeah, he walked 2 of the first 3 batters. He's only walked 1 since then. It's a called strike 3 and 2. I'm positive I know who the mentor is behind the plate. Because it's 3 and 2. Smith looking for a big punch out. Comes home. That one misses outside. Too far. Ball 4, and Huddleston does work the walk. Flips the lineup over. Caden Shanks was stride in, trying to do some damage. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk and a run scored.
He did it last inning, was able to get out of it. We'll see what he's able to do against Caden Shanks this time. Been a good battle between these two pitchers so far.
All of a sudden, the pitch count is going to start to become a problem. 71 now out there.
That's the big difference.
For Smith. Yeah, Curtis, may still be in the 30s.
He's cruising.
The low 40s, if not.
He's getting the strikeouts, too.
Runner takes off. Huddleston, big swing and a miss. The throw off line, and it hits Huddleston again. Shanks 8-1. Now Huddleston gets that one, and it's a domino stolen base. Upperman with another runner in scoring position, looking for the hit and run, and it's 0-1. And Upperman, 5 runners left stranded so far through 3 innings, trying to avoid that happening again. 1-0, or 0-1, I should say. Huddleston, or Shanks took a big cut at that pitch. Smith with 3 checks back, now delivers in another one. That one foul tipped. Smith a strike away from leaving another runner in scoring position.
I think that caught Martin behind the plate as well. It did, caught him on the arm on the way through after it hit the end of the bat.
Yep. So umpire goes out and gives him just a little time to be able to compose himself, goes out and tosses the baseball. That's one of those baseball 101 things. If an umpire gets hit, the catcher will go out and have a word with the pitcher. You're just giving people time. Doesn't have to be anything official as Huddleston takes his lead at second. 0-2, big swing. This one's weakly rolled over. Smith able to make the play, no problem. He has stranded 6 runners out there, 5 of which in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom half of the 4th. Smith County trying to solve Wyatt Curtis. We'll also have the answer to our trivia question when we come back. Coverage presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
I've been
got a good old-fashioned baseball game here in Carthage today. 1-0 the score. Upperman with the lead as we're zipping into the middle innings, bottom 4. And it is 2-3-4 due up for the Owls. But first, the answer to our trivia question.
The question, what rookie pitcher hit a home run in his very first AB? Hoyt Wilhelm, Grover Alexander, Chief Bender, or Mordecai Brown?
B.
So you're going with Grover Alexander?
Yes.
You are wrong. It's Hoyt Wilhelm.
Oh, no, I can't believe I missed that
Hit a home run. He was a 28-year-old rookie. Had 493 plate appearances after that. Never hit another one. And he ended up becoming a Hall of Famer with a 143, 122 record, a 2.52 ERA, 21-year career.
I resent that question. Resent it. It's got to be possible to get that one right. Yeah, he probably played for the Reds.
Actually,
to Matt Wilson's point. I'm sure he did. It's the 1-1 pitch coming here after Claywell watched the ball and then fouled one back. That one misses low and inside. 2-1.
And his baseball reference page pulled up a bit ago. We'll see.
Wyatt Curtis, he's working quickly here. He's got 5 Birdie's Lounge strikeouts. He's thrown 38 pitches, and that one is the worst of the bunch. It bounced just in front of the dirt as the batter's box starts. 3 balls, 1 strike here. Wyatt Claywell at the plate, grounded into a double play in his first appearance, but this is the part of the order with a ton of damage that they've done this year. Claywell, King, and Martin. That one waved at and missed, revved up the fastball, and it's runs full. Second time today, 3 balls, 2 strikes. No walks so far. Claywell trying to change that potentially. Payoff pitch, and he will. Ball 4, and that one ricochets in front of rookie Allison, and a leadoff base runner for the second time today for Smith County. The first and the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 batters to reach for the Owls.
Yeah, it was an impressive run there for Wyatt Curtis on the mound. A lot of the strikeouts retired. A lot of players in a row after that first inning where it was just kind of those little duff hits out there into the infield. A lot of spin on him. Made it possible to get on base.
Just a 1-run game.
Yep.
So Smith County with the potential to jump back and tie or take the lead. That pitch throw behind over at first, and he's going to be cooked. Falling asleep on the base pass. Claywell got way too far off the bag, and Allison makes the throw down. We've seen him get players even at second this year with that move, and that is the big first out.
Yeah, he was way off the bag, and you got to know, especially who's behind the plate. And rookie Allison, you're probably not going to run on him, but you also have to get back to first because he will throw behind you, and it's always a pretty accurate throw.
Now Evan King has the bases empty. He's ahead in the count 1-0. See if that settles Curtis back in on the mound. This one's chopped over. Long way to go for Worsing. And somehow Shanks actually got there and threw over to first. That's ridiculous by Caden Shanks. It's an infield single. The fact that that throw wasn't in the parking lot is nonsense, but it is the third infield single of the game for Smith County. Evan King puts it in play. Good things happen. Now Ty Martin, capable of sending it on a ride somewhere, stands in here trying to do just that.
Yeah, Ty Martin's got power to everywhere, but yeah, to your point, Caden Shanks, he had no business even getting to that baseball. He's tying a shoe over there in left field.
The chance of that one is if Worsing's able to get over to it, but it was too far away from him. He was in shallow left field. Shanks just spins around and chucks it. It one-hopped right to Alec Wilson on the line. Way too much speed, though, for Evan King as he's able to get there. And now stoppages. Shanks needed to tie his cleat. Martin stands in here. He grounded out to Caden Shanks to end the first inning. Upperman's turned 1 double play. They're looking for another. Martin looking to take the lead. Forget tying. First pitch. That one's missed a little low. 1-0.
It's a big strike zone.
Sometimes.
Well, Ty Martin's is a big strike zone.
That's true. The 1-0. That one swung on, and this is laced off the edge of the glove of Juju Yano. That exit velo is going to be way up there. Runners at first and second, and that's going to be another single. Error. All right, it's going to be an E4. Petey's in a bad mood today.
Well, I think
runners go to first and second.
The unfortunate thing for Yano there is the infield umpire is they're kind of right in front of him, so the ball on the way there kind of takes him out of the field
like
of view.
Hockey screening, and you're screening the goaltender, and that thing was laced.
Yeah, it was
low
drilled.
Liner. And now Smith County with their best chance of the game by a mile. Runners at first and second with 1 out for Weston Vance, the designated hitter. He struck out swinging in his first appearance. He's going to stride in here, trying to do some damage.
Once he picks out what bat he wants to use, he went through about 3 different ones there. Looked like a courtesy runner came on for Ty as well.
Did. A little more speed out there on the base paths. That thing was hammered off the bat. And now Wyatt Curtis trying to battle in. Smith County applying pressure on their home field in the bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch, called a strike. Got that call that we've seen on that outside part, 0-1.
We know Smith County's going to make a run of their own at some point.
No doubt.
They've been due for some hits just in the last 3 games.
0-1, big kick, swung on and missed. And now this one, Allison was trying to throw behind the runner. Goes over to Yano. He's going to throw to third and sliding in, heads up base running by Evan King. I think rookie Allison was going to throw over to first and maybe second guessed it, and it came out of his hand, and that allows Smith County to put runners at the corners and an 0-2 count here to Weston Vance.
Yeah, I think so. I think he was going to try to throw behind, and then I don't know if he just forgot about the runner on second base, and then he kind of choked it at the last second. Goes to over to second. Yano made a pretty good throw and an attempt on the runner at third.
Familiar place, though, as the tying run is 90 feet away. A mistake, an unforced error for Upperman. It's been the story of this losing streak. Curtis with the 0-2. This one's flared out into right field. Holroyd took a step forward, now has to go back. He makes the catch, and that move is going to allow them to score with ease. Scored an RBI sac fly for Weston Vance, and we're all tied up at 1.
That's a good piece of hitting there. You just put it to the outfield, especially with the runner 90 feet away. You get the second out for the Bees, but it does bring home that tying run.
Probably scores either way. Holroyd, though, took a step forward, then turned around, had to
Yeah,
go
it was
back.
deep enough.
Only way you can get that is if you're under it and running forward at the catch. He has a good arm out there, but a good job of heads-up base running by Evan King. Starting at second to move over to third. That allows him to score there, and we got a new ball game here. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Riley Martin struck out swinging his first appearance, stands in here. Big leg kick. Martin shows bunt, pulls it back. Now again, the throw behind the runner. This time he dives back in time. Owl's going to have to be careful out there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm getting too big of a secondary lead out there on rookie Allison. I understand he was showing bunt, so that's probably why he was getting off there a good amount. But
Riley Martin's got plenty of speed, quarterback for the Owls football team. He's swinging away here, sends it foul out of play, 1-1. And now they've made Wyatt Curtis throw some pitches. 16 in the inning, most he's had to throw in any inning. They brought the run across. We got a brand new game with 3 1/3 innings to go. That pitch swung on, rolled over towards Shanks. Going to load up. Shanks delivers the throw in time for out number 3. But Smith County does the job, and we've got a tied-up game. We'll head to the 5th. It's 1-1. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you can access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Nick's Restaurant has been family-owned and operated in Cookeville for over 50 years, located just off Jefferson Avenue. Listen, we got the early game today. Your dinner plans, they're made. You're going to Nick's Restaurant, and you're going to get the prime rib. You're going to round it out with ice cream pie, and you're going to go, holy smokes, Noah. You weren't kidding. This is fantastic. Make sure you do it tonight, and then make sure to tell them thank you for being the presenting sponsor of today's game. Back to work goes Dallas Smith on the mound. First pitch swinging for Justin Fallon. He ropes it out into left field, and it's the second base hit of the game for the Upperman Bees, and the second for Justin Fallon.
Now you kind of wondered. At some point, it felt like the Bees were going to finally get going at the plate, especially their big batters at the top of the lineup. Haven't really been able to get going these last couple of days, both last night and today, and that finally able to sit back on one and time it up.
And Dallas Smith, he's thrown in the low 70s, and he's mixed up, brought in the breaking ball a few times. Now this is the third time through the lineup, though. Alec Wilson, today, he has walked twice. Stands in here, back out of the stretch. First pitch swinging. As Fallon, always a danger to steal. He's been caught twice in one game against Coleman out of Alabama. Everything else he's stolen every time. He's converted on those stolen base attempts, I should say, as it's 0-1 here for Alec Wilson. Ty Martin, he's thrown behind him a couple of times when runners try to take second. This one bounces in, 1-1.
Yeah, each stolen base attempt, he's actually hit the runner. So if it was wiffle ball, it'd be great.
Now Smith, he's up to 77 pitches.
Yeah, they're going to let him go.
You want to save those arms for district play, and
Yeah.
he's been able to keep them off balance. Big lead for Fallon over there at first, and Smith recognizes it, throws behind him. He's in plenty of time.
Yeah, they're going to save their big arms for district play.
Been a gammon. Those games matter more
Riley
than
Martin,
these do.
Weston Vance.
Exactly. 1-1. That one bounces in again. Blocked up by Martin. Nothing has gotten behind him all day. 2-1.
Nothing. He's been really impressive. There's been a lot of balls in the dirt. He's been in front of every single one of them.
That's where you benefit a little. He's a great catcher. You benefit a little bit from that slower velocity as well. You can tell when it's going to miss in the dirt behind the plate. Block it up. Comes the 1-1. That one called a strike. The delayed steal throw down is a great one. Tag in, not in time, as Fallon must have dodged it. And immediately out of the dugout to have a discussion. And now he's going to go out and have a word. The only way that didn't get him is if he dodged the tag on the way by. We, of course, don't have a great angle on it this far away. Looked like it was there in plenty of time. Fallon did try to slide to the right of that bag, so he must have been able to zip around it for the domino stolen base. I have never seen.
Sure looked like he.
I have never seen them change the call, so they're not going to.
Yeah.
It's going to be a domino stolen base. You also did see kind of try to reach around for the tag once he got past, which sometimes is your sign that you missed him. And you kind of throw that glove back towards him as he passes by.
Good slide.
It was a good slide. Fallon, he definitely slid to the right, kind of stuck that left arm out to get to the bag. And that's a big one. Still nobody out, and it's 2-2 for Alec Wilson, and they have a go-ahead run in scoring position. This pitch is swung on and sent way up into the air. Riley Martin under it at short. Calls off the third baseman Lapham and makes the catch for the big first out. Here comes Chris Worsing. He's reached on a fielder's choice and flown out so far.
Bees just haven't had that big hit yet. Obviously, they had Fallon back in the first that was able to play Shanks, but outside of that, they've had runners in scoring position. They've had second and third. They've had runners on second. Just haven't been able to bring them around. What are they, 7 runners stranded, 6 runners stranded right now? So they just haven't been able to get that big hit to plate 1 or 2 of them.
Worsing looking to solve Dallas Smith, who's out there. Should be a little more confidence after recording that out. Fallon is bouncing around out there. Smith delivers in. Pitch misses a little bit low. Good pitch, though. It's 1-0.
So you didn't like my trivia today?
It was impossible. How about we get a possible trivia question?
He's a Hall of Famer.
Oh,
Eight-time All-Star.
This one flared out. Could be a tough play. It's going to stay shallow enough. It will. Ranging back. Good job that time by T.J. Testa. And 2 more outs. Another runner is stranded. 5 of the 6 runners have been in scoring position for Upperman. And Juju Yano will try to bring around Justin Fallon. He's 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch and grounded out so far.
Yeah, we saw T.J. Testa make a couple of really nice plays against Livingston Academy last week on Friday. That one, another really good one. He's got some range there at second base.
The question, Rusty, was what was some random dude from the 1950s that hit a home run in a game one time?
What rookie pitcher hit a home run in his first AB?
What did Jacob eat for lunch last week on Thursday? Yeah, salad probably was the first pitch is swung on. Chasing it in the dirt. Juju Yano. Fallon out there at second. He's been stuck there after the leadoff single, and then he stole a base. A couple of pop-outs in a row for Upperman. Smith delivers. Yano rolls this one into foul territory, and Smith again threatening to get out of trouble with an 0-2 count. He's gotten into some and then gotten out of it several times. Couple of checks back. Pitch coming in. Yano goes upstairs for it. Kylan Johnson is under it, calmly sticks the glove up and makes the catch. 7 runners have been left stranded, 6 in scoring position. And the Owls will look to take their first lead when we come back. This is high school baseball, presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this gorgeous home on Cross Point Drive. Boasting 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with nearly 2,000 square feet, this home in the Prescott School District in Cookeville could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
2 teams desperate for a victory. Upperman's lost 4 in a row. Smith County's lost 3 in a row. These 2 teams each hope to be in the spring fling, and they're trying to get a big non-district victory, be among the best non-district wins for either one so far this year. It is 1-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Owls against Wyatt Curtis. First time they were able to get to him at all came in that 4th inning where they struck for the run, capitalizing on an error in the field, and then an RBI sac fly. That was the difference. 1-1, Kylan Johnson will get him led off here.
Yeah, Smith County able to time them up a little bit better there in that last inning that they were at the plate. What a job by Dallas Smith as well, taking on this Bees lineup that has been hungry for some hits. They've gotten the hits, just haven't been able to bring around the runs, and have been pretty good defensively as well. Now they're trying to get their bats going a little bit more. They got one more run back to at least tie it. Now you've got your normal leadoff batter leading off this inning and trying to get the team going.
Kylan Johnson 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far. We're here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Game zipping along on Saturday afternoon. Credit both these teams for playing each other. They did last year in Baxter. It was another hard-fought game. Upperman able to win that one. Johnson shows bunt, and it's a called strike at the knees. Strike 1, and now and the umpire says people need to get into their dugout. Apparently a player for each team may be leaking outside, so he sends them back in. 0-1 to count here. Shows bunt again, now backs off, swings and fouls it off. 0-2. Worsing playing way in at third, protecting that bunt. Now he'll likely swing away, you would imagine, at 0-2.
Yeah, he normally is a bunt threat, but especially with a 2-strike count, probably not going to.
This is pitch number 56 for Wyatt Curtis. And that one is waved at and missed. Got him on the breaking ball. He'll throw down just in case. It's another Birdie's Lounge strikeout, the 6th of the game, and that is one of the best pitches he's thrown today.
Yeah, that was really good, especially with the fastballs, and he's able to drop it off about 15 miles an hour or so with the breaking ball, and he got Kylan Johnson way out in front of that one, offering at it, and a good throw from rookie Allison down to first as well.
TJ Testa struck out in his first appearance. Stands in here for crack number 2. Trying to put more pressure on. They got the leadoff runner on in the last inning, and they were able to capitalize on it as the first pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 from Curtis. Fastball. This one's rolled over. A long way for Worsing to go. He won't get there. Shanks does not either, laying out for it, and it is a 1-out single for TJ Testa. And again, outside of the swing for Ty Martin, there has been no barreled-up contact, but they're putting it in the good places. And now more pressure here as Jacob Lapham will stride in. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Yeah, we've seen, obviously, Ty Martin, he put a charge into it. Nothing into the outfield yet, but we've seen 2 in that 5-6 hole that Kane Shanks hasn't been able to get to. We've seen 2 on the right, or 1 on the right side of the infield that was really short in the first inning with a lot of spin. Not a whole lot of solid contact, but still able to get runners aboard.
First pitch misses outside, 1-0. Here to Lapham with the ever-dangerous Bennett Gammett looming on deck. Upperman would love a double play ball, as this one is weakly rolled. Could be a tough play. Worsing comes up, feels it cleanly. Throw to first is in time, and 3 different Bees sprint over towards third base to prevent Testa from being able to make it there. That's a tough play for the freshman to make, and he does make it look easy. Bennett Gammon with a runner at second will try to bring him in and take the first lead of the game for the Owls. He is 1 for 2 with a fly out and a single.
He's got some home run power as well, and especially here on this field, they could definitely put a charge into one and possibly take a lead.
He stands in here, third attempt. He swung at the first pitch of the game and had a little infield single, able to leg it out. He kicks and deals. First pitch fastball. Gets the call in the outside corner, 0-1. Runner at second is TJ Testa. He was able to hit a single. This one's rolled over towards Juju Yano. He fields it cleanly. Yano throws over to first to beat him by a step, and that will retire the side. It's getting late in a hurry in Carthage. Still tied up at 1. Coverage is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville. Delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student-athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Dallas Smith back to work here. He's at 87 pitches. That will be the question. If they have to go away from him, where will they go, knowing the district slate that they have in front of them? Upperman and Smith County tied up at 1. It's rookie Allison Carson Shoup and Carson Holroyd due up in this half inning. And this one has been a nip-and-tuck kind of ball game. Upperman's had chances. They've left 7 out on the base paths. Smith County, on the other hand, has left 3. There is some action over there in what we will call the Upperman bullpen. And we'll try to get a look at who that is. As there's one of the balls from the bullpen, I think, has leaked over into the foul territory. Everybody who pitched, most of the people who pitched yesterday would be available as well, as they didn't pitch too many pitches. First pitch swinging here for Allison. More work for Lapham. He tried to bare-hand it, and that's going to be an E5. And I have no clue why he tried to bare-hand that baseball, but the leadoff base runner has reached for Upperman, and a courtesy runner will come out. It's going to be Collier Bush, I would imagine, in for rookie Allison.
And he had been really good down there in the hot corner as well with his gloves on. Not sure why he'd kind of go away from it. He'd been working with some that were hit pretty sharply to him. That one was probably one of his easier plays.
That was one. It was bouncing towards him. You never see that be bare-handed, but Upperman will try to capitalize on the first error of the game for Smith County. Carson Shoup stands in. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to third base both times. And now Collier Bush takes his lead over there at first. He's going to throw over. Bush back in time. Kind of dove straight down on top of the bag. He doesn't have a huge lead over there. See who's getting work in that Upperman bullpen. Check over 2-3 times. Now delivers into Shoup. He swings at this one and goes into foul territory, 0-1. It is Alec Wilson. He saw him pitch yesterday. He's getting loose over there. Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to come in, but, of course, he plays at first base, so he'll want to stay loose. He could come in to start the bottom half of the 6th inning. We'll wait and see.
Could just be a switch with Wyatt Curtis as well and go over to first.
Lead over there at first base for Bush. The 0-1 pitch to Shoup. He again ropes it, and there's something about that third base line for Shoup today. He's grounded out twice over there, and now he's behind in the count 0-2 after fouling 2 into that area.
It's been tough to sit back on him, on Smith on